Sports Minutes with Raushan.
Boys are hurting for sure. We just spoke about it. But in a way, we'll go out with extra fuel in our tank. And I think from tonight, we know what we're capable of. And the thing is, can we go out there and make sure we do it for 95 minutes this time?
Gavin Lee there sharing his post-match thoughts as the Lions were left licking their wounds, with India capitalising on a mistake by Jordan Imaviwe to steal a point late on. This is Sports Minutes on Money FM 89.3 with me, Ziaul Raushan, the day after, the night before. And with Hong Kong surviving a late scare to seal 3 precious points against Bangladesh, the Lions are no longer in the driving seat for Asian Cup qualification. We'll hear more from Gavin Lee as well as the likes of Iksan Fandi, Shah Shahiran, Izwan Mahmood and our very own Deepanraj Ganesan shortly. But first, I spoke to Captain Haris Harun post-match. Haris, positive performance but difficult result, especially the ending there. I saw your frustration when the goal was conceded. How are you feeling about half an hour later?
It's a little bit annoyed by how this whole thing goes. Because when we went down 10 men, we should seize the initiative, make the chances count and put the game away, but we didn't. We went the opposite way. Yeah, but this is something we need to learn. It has happened far too many times, but yeah, it's a good lesson for us to learn, because football is played until the last whistle. So for us, we need to realise that at this level we get punished even for the slightest mistake, and but we can take heart from the fact that we, especially in the first half, we showed what we could do. Maybe we should have scored more goals, yes. In the second half we had the chances to put the game away, like I said before, but we can take heart from that, and we need to do more of that than actually what we did in the second half when they went down to 10 men.
Haris, your job now is not just to recover for yourself as the captain of the team. You need to pick someone like Jordan up, pick the boys up. How difficult is that going to be in such a short space of time?
Yeah, we already spoke. I think the boy, it's normal. He's down. He felt like he let the team down. But like I said, this can happen to anyone. Now we need to redeem ourselves as a team. It's not only him. We see the next game as a chance to redeem. We need him. He's in the team because he has certain qualities. So yeah, we have to try to help him to emerge and show those qualities. And hopefully we can get the points on the board in the next game.
Final question from me. I used the term false dawn yesterday in the pre-match press conference. You talked about making things right. How much is the fire burning to make the things right in Goa next week?
Yeah, for sure. I think we showed today that we still have the fire. But in football these things happen. We got to take it on the chin and move on. We got to face what's ahead of us. It was not to be tonight. We got 1 point. You can say it's positive or negative the way you look at the game. But important is we got at 1 point. We need to try to get more on the board in the next game.
So could Gavin have done better with his game management? And how will he pick up Jordan Imaviwe, who was understandably inconsolable at full time? I asked the interim head coach in the post-match press conference.
The boy didn't mean to make the mistake. Everybody makes mistakes in the game, and unfortunately he made one that has that outcome. But everybody made mistakes on the pitch, and us as a group, we recognize football is a team game, and it's very easy to just zoom in on what happened with the boy. But like I've mentioned, we had 11 men for a good 45 minutes. It is our job to make sure we fully utilize that advantage, and tonight we didn't. The shorter the window, the more likely we're going to remember this feeling. This deep burning emotion, if you like, and the shorter the turnaround is even better, because I trust you. If you ask the boys to play tomorrow, they're all ready for it, and that's something that we need to manage and make sure when we arrive to Goa, we show the abilities of us to finish the game strong and get the 3 points. We made decisions in the second half because India became more front foot with their pressing. They're putting us a little bit under more pressure, and we wanted to have a little bit more control in the middle, and I thought we got that with the changes. But at the same time still give us the extra man in midfield to go forward and create chances, which we did. But again, as with all reflection, we'll take time tonight, watch the video back, reanalyze what we did, because right now it's just hindsight bias, right? I only remember what I remember, so it's good to go back through the clips and then improve ourselves from there.
The next game is on 14th of October as Singapore travel to take on India in Goa, where nothing less than 3 points will do. So could the late heartbreak prove to be fuel to fire the Lions up? Shah Shahiran certainly thinks so.
We are all disappointed with the result because it's an important 3 points and we should have taken advantage of it. And of course, we just need the fans to continue to back us up. And I'm sure we will get the 3 points in the next game.
You're one of the leaders in the team. You've won the armband before. You're a mainstay in recent years. Have you spoken to Jordan?
No, of course, for now I haven't spoken to him. And like, I saw a few of our teammates back him up because every player is important and we all make mistakes. And in that game just now, I think yes, he made a mistake, but then it's okay. We have to move on, and we need him because he's important to us.
Let's put the result aside, the circumstances aside. You started at left back, sort of unnatural for you. And you really, in my opinion, were man of the match. How pleased were you with your performance?
No, I think it's not about me, it's about the team. We all have a part to play. So if I can contribute in defense and attack, I'll be happy.
Final question from me. Your coach Gavin said this will provide fuel for the India game, right? You all are burning to make it right almost. Your body needs to recover, your mind needs to recover, and that's everybody. How difficult is that going to be before we play India on Tuesday?
No, there's pros and cons, with the pros, I think, like Coach Kevin said, we have fire in us to get the 3 points in the next game. I think we deserve to get 3 points today. And with the right mindset, I'm sure we will get the 3 points away in Goa. It's going to be difficult, but we will get the 3 points.
Well, key to Singapore getting a win on away territory is Iksan Fandi, who took his national team tally to 22 goals in 43 caps, giving the Lions the first half lead. Ix, I'd love to start with your goal, but unfortunately I can't. How gut-wrenching is that in terms of how we lost 2 points?
Yeah, we're really disappointed. We came to get all 3 points. We should have taken the advantage, and we're disappointed, but we have to reset our mind and prepare for the game away.
Have you spoken to Jordan?
Yeah, we just want to give him encouragement. It happens in the game of football, but again, at this level, you have to stay focused throughout the 95, 100 minutes.
Let's talk about you then. You scored that goal, had a big smile on your face. Maybe club football is a bit difficult at the moment, but you seem to enjoy playing for your country, putting smiles on faces here in the first half at least. How much satisfaction does that give you and confidence for the away leg?
Yeah, always really happy to score for my country. It's a big honour, and especially in big competitions like the Asian Cup qualifiers. But it was not enough. We need to do better, and I hope the next game I can contribute more.
Your coach Gavin talked about the result being fuel for what is going to be a difficult away leg. How do you turn that sorrow, that grief into fuel and do better in India?
Yeah, we know we did many good things on the field. It was not enough, but we have to take this hunger and bring it to India and then fight for the 3 points there.
And while fans will be hoping for Iksan to keep up his goal-scoring streak, in goal all eyes will be on a certain Izwan Mahmud. Struggling for minutes with the Sailors, could the Lions custodian perhaps have done better to save the blushes of Jordan Imaviwe?
We are very angry and pissed, We could have gone away with three points, and we have to blame ourselves and also get back to the drawing board and regroup, recover and go for the next game.
Can you just talk me through the moment the ball came back to you? What was going through your mind? Did you at all think perhaps run off your line, take the attacker out?
I get to the ball first, to be honest. So the ball hit the player. So it was a 50-50 ball. I can't do much. Yeah, it's either I just kick the ball away, which I did, and hit the hit the attacker. So yeah, that's it.
Your coach talked about this being fuel for the game in India now. How do you pick yourself up after the circumstances? It's not about the 1 point, it's the manner of the 1 point.
I think the boys know themselves now. I think everybody, some of them play Thailand and everything, so they are mature enough, so they know what they got to do for the next game. And like I said, recover, regroup, and just go for the next game.
Last question, have you spoken to Jordan?
Not yet.
So after last night's results, Singapore dropped to second in Group C, 2 points behind the leaders Hong Kong and 3 points ahead of India in third. Will the Lions pick themselves up to get their qualifying campaign back on track? La Professor Deepan Raj Ganesan is hopeful that they will.
Yeah, hi Raushan. I think the best way to describe this game would be to call it gut-wrenching. I think that's what really most Singaporeans are feeling after that result. Because if you look at it as an entirety for 90 minutes, I think the Lions controlled the proceedings. Yes, I think the game took a bit of a turn after India were reduced to 10 men. I mean, I thought India had more control than they should have, given that we had a numerical advantage. But all in all, I think we had more than enough chances to close out the game. And I think if you look at it in terms of who deserved the win, I think it was quite clear what the answer to that is, which is Singapore. So when you look at it from that perspective, I think it's a very, very tough draw to take. Almost feels like a loss because of the way that we considered the late goal. Very unfortunate for Jordan to have done that. It's lapse in concentration, I believe. Some people may look at this one, but I do think that it was a pass that sold him short, so he wasn't left with much of an option. I think he had to come out and try to close down and try to sort of kick the ball away, and I think he did that, but unlucky for us, the ball went in behind his one and they had the easy finish. I think the boys have to really pick themselves up. The next game is almost immediate, so they have to realize that they can't feel sorry for themselves. They have to go again, and now they have to go away and pick up the victory. I mean, if you told me 4 points from these two games, I don't think it's the worst result. But right now, they really got to go to India and win the game. Just one note on Jordan Imaviwe. I hope Singaporeans, Lions fans, are not too harsh on him. I mean, look, he's going to be his own harshest critic. He would know that this is something he has to learn from. I mean, in a high pressure game, in an international game, you pay for mistakes like this. Perhaps in the Singapore Premier League you don't, perhaps maybe even a Thai league that you don't. But this is the kind of game where you can't afford to make a mistake like this. And I'm sure he will learn from it. I hope people realize that he's 24 and he's going to only gain experience as he dons the Lions kit more and more. And I really hope that people don't come out with the knives on him and he's allowed to learn from this experience. Yes, a bad game, a bad mistake, but I hope he learns from this.
Sports Minutes on Money FM 89.3.